My good people, now welcome back to Anointed Lady TV, your number one channel for legitimate news on politics and many other cocoa with the sub for inside we nation, Nigeria. And like what they normally do, we don't come with breaking news, we don't come with updates we go like share give the general public. You know, say the National Assembly they plan to create more states than for inside this our green white green country, maybe Nigeria. From inside the 36 states where they for inside we nation, they want add more states, and the southeast region they involve. But as I'm talking to you right now, my good people, the indigenous people of Biafra will be Ipob, they don't kick against the proposed creation of additional states them. Now then the yarn say the southeast is only interested in referendum to determine their exit from Nigeria and not additional states them. This one with the National Assembly, they plan say they want to do more states them. Those ones don't even concern them at all. Wetin they go like here, wetin be their matter, wetin be their business now referendum, and that now wetin they interested in. You know, say on Monday will be the 24th day of February for inside this year 2025. The spokesperson of the indigenous people of Biafra will be Ima Powerful. He can drop statement, and for inside that statement he can the yarn say the group will be Ipob is very much against the creation of new states because the existing states, that is the states within for inside the southeast region already, are bankrupt and they need to function properly. So there's no need to go even say you want to go add more states then join the one way need to function. Last sef, if it make more sense if to say the states are doing well, then we can say okay, based on say too much success or too much progress on the ground, we will come split, and you understand. But this one, nothing they come at. So what's the point? What's the need? Oga Emma Powerful consider yarn. Say wetin Indibo wants at the moment, wetin then they interested in na to wash their hand comot from Nigeria matter in a peaceful and democratic way. He said the indigenous people of Biafra they call for a referendum date from the federal government so that Biafrans can decide their fate whether to remain in one Nigeria or to come body from the Nigeria into an independent state of Biafra. But however, my good people, more no forget say their leader, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, will be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in dey for detention today because he in dey agitate for this Biafra. He don dey in detention of the Department of State Services for many years because say in dey push for referendum. And normally, according to the laws of the land, according to Nigerians' rule of law and democracy, na im right to agitate, na im right to push for referendum. But the federal government don't take am like offense, they go lock the man up. But in this case, according to how Emma Powerful writes for inside his statement, he say following the rumors that the federal government and the National Assembly they plan to create additional 31 new states for inside this our green white green country will be Nigeria. So there will be the global family and movement of the indigenous people of Biafra worldwide. They wish to categorically state that Biafrans no want creation of new states instead of multiplying economically bankrupt states. The unworkable Nigerian unity should be dissolved. Ipob movement is against the creation of new states because the existing states, that is the state where they already for the southeast region, are bankrupt and they need to function properly. And as it be so, creating more states is equivalent to creating more confusion, creating more disunity, and creating more insecurity. Nigerians now they suffer because of the faulty foundations of the Nigerian state and the unsurmountable corruption in the Nigerian government. And the Nigerian politicians are deep to their necks in corruption. Nigeria is a country they founded in fraud, sustained in fraud, and it is incapable of sustaining human and capital development. And any society where they built on fraud cannot stand at all. That's now why the indigenous people of Biafra and other rational indigenous minds for inside Nigeria are calling for this Nigerian thing to be dissolved. At independence given to them by British in the year 1960, Nigeria been get 3 major regions. Later, the Mid-Western region was created after a referendum, making it the 4th region. These regions now were progressive and competitive because they enjoyed constitutionally granted autonomy. So like this now, Emma good people, the group will be Ipob, they try and say the katakata way Nigeria they face so is that when Nigeria creates 12 states in order to divide the Biafrans and to stop the Biafrans from fighting the war of 1967 to 1970 in unison. The IPOB now dey insist say the decision to divide and carve out some ethnic groups from one region to another was the beginning of the ethnic tensions in Nigeria today. And even if our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu creates additional 100 states, the political equation between the north, west and the east, they no go ever balance at all. So like this now, the federal government can create more states to suit them in their Nigeria, into what they want to do for their Nigeria, make them do. But in Igbo, they establish an independent state of Biafra. What Igbo want now an exit from Nigeria in a peaceful and democratic way. This now why IPOB they call for a referendum date from the Nigerian government so that Biafrans can decide their fate, whether to remain in one delusional united Nigeria or to exit into an independent state of Biafra. Now, anyhow, this informates be you for body, or if you get contributions about this very particular topic, feel free make it drop them inside our comment section. Meanwhile, the Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization will be Ohanaeze Ndigbo. They don't call on our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is making issue a formal apology on behalf of past military regimes for the atrocities they commit against Igbo people during the Nigeria Biafra war. The group will be Ohanaeze Ndigbo constantly demand for the sum of 10 trillion naira as compensations for the loss of millions of lives and the destruction of Igbo land and infrastructure. Now, many country people go dey wonder say which ododo way Ohanaeze gets to dey make this kind demand. The reason be say the former general will be Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, wey many know as IBB. He recently come outside and drop statement, and for that in statement, he clarify say the January 1966 coup was not an Igbo coup. That is the war wey happened that year, no be Igbo people wey cause am. So the organization will be Ohanaeze come dey praise IBB say he don come outside come clarify say that Nigeria Biafra war no be Igbo people wey start am at all. And the clarification of IBB dey correct a long-standing historical misconception wey don fuel decades of animosity and marginalization against Igbo people. Ohanaeze constantly yarn say the systematic injustice wey Igbo people don suffer since the war, and that they include political exclusion. Men no dey like involve Igbo people now for presidency, and still they include deliberate underdevelopment of the southeast region, plus the closure of vital economic infrastructures like the Calabar seaport and the implementation of discriminatory policies such as the quota system. So that's my good people now why the Ohanaeze Ndigbo they demand a formal apology on behalf of past military regimes for the atrocity wey they don't commit against Igbo people during the Nigeria Biafra war. And they also demand for 10 trillion naira as compensation for the loss of millions of lives and the destruction of Igbo land and infrastructure. Now, anyhow, this informates be you for body, my good people. Feel free make it drop them inside our comment section. You know, so now we be Anointed Lady TV, and we dey like give on legitimate news on politics and many other cocoa wey dey sup for inside this our green white green country, maybe Nigeria. So if you like this update and you would like to receive more, try make you subscribe to this channel and try make you put on the notification bell so that as we dey bring more news they come, now you go first receive the updates and you go even get them sharp.